Ladies and gentlemen, this is American history, what you don't know. Please welcome host of the Glenn Beck radio program, Glenn Beck.
Well, hello, CPAC. So good to see you. Sorry, I just jotted some notes. I just flew into town. I just got off of our ranch in Idaho, where I've been for the last couple of months, just being with real people and people who are working hard and wondering what the heck is going on in America. Welcome to Texas. I don't know if you knew this. It might have come as a surprise to you, but we didn't get an announcement from the Biden administration that Texas in August this year will be hot. But he's declared a national emergency, so we don't have to worry about that. And we're going to get the money to all those people that need it, like those hot hookers of hunters. So we have that. Also, since you are here for a few nights, please be careful of the monkeypox. Try to keep your orgies down, and please limit your number of partners to below 3. My gosh. We have gone absolutely insane, truly insane. I remember saying a few years ago, just don't go over the cliff with the rest of humanity. And that's still your charge. Don't go over the cliff with the rest of humanity. You know what is true, you know what is right, you know what is wrong. We've learned it over and over again. It took us 5,000 years to get from a cave to here. I say we heed to some of the things we've learned along the way before we throw it all out. There's a lot of stuff that is wrong with America. We know that. We hear it every day. It's my job every day to come to you and tell you what's happening in America. But today, I actually want to tell you some of the good things that are happening. Today, I want to talk to, I'm sorry, I didn't know everybody would be in a suit today. Today, I thought it was appropriate, because I don't know if you have noticed this, but everything that is good that is happening right now is because of two people. The first one is standing backstage. Almost all of the progress that we have made comes either directly or indirectly from Donald Trump's presidency. I want to go through a couple of things. I'm going to take you on a timeline. This is just back through November, because sometimes it feels like an avalanche of bad news coming our way. Let me show you what's happened just since November of 21. University of Austin was announced. This university is dedicated to the unfettered pursuit of truth. These guys are amazing, and they will put our educational system out of business if it continues to do business the way they are. November 19th, despite overt politicization, all the smears, all the lies, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all counts. I started talking about this woman, Saul Omarova, for a while. She was nominated to be the office of the comptroller of the currency, and I remember calling some senators and saying, do you know who she is? No, I just know, no. Check her out. You might want to check her out. They would call and say, this can't be true. She loves communism. She actually got a scholarship at a university under the Iron Curtain, and never said a bad thing about it. She was going to be in charge of all of our banks, and she believes that the Treasury should be running all of our banks. Thanks to the other person I haven't mentioned, you, the American people, they had to withdraw her nomination. January 15th of this year, Glenn Youngkin was inaugurated as the governor of Virginia. January 28th, the Canadian truckers converged in Ottawa. And look at the courage that they had. Look what they've continued to go through, and they don't regret it. March 9th, the Region Smart Bill died, and the American people killed it. Most people don't know what it is. There was a company called Region Smart, and they tried to enact this heinous public-private partnership and form a tri-state compact between Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee. It was a quasi-governmental agency packed with a ton of unelected officials who would be given enormous power, including the authority to issue bonds, intervene in any commerce affecting the district. The power was in a group of people that had never been elected. You flooded calls in those states, and you, the American people, demanded that the power remain with you, and it did. March 28th, the media, even little old Mickey Mouse, tried to say that it was the Don't Say Gay bill, and yet no one bought it. People knew the truth. And because they knew the truth, they hired Ron DeSantis to be their governor. That is a governor that I don't think could have been elected before Donald Trump. That is another offshoot, I think, of Donald Trump. And I am happy that Florida is as free as it is. I just wish Texas would have been leading the way. Although we have done a pretty good job, sending the immigrants up to the illegals up to Washington, D.C. We've sent total of about 4,000, and they're already saying, this isn't fair, we can't afford it. Yeah, come down to our border towns. Talk to us about it. April 18th, U.S. District Judge Catherine Mizell of Florida voided Biden's mask policy. Then things really start to heat up. It was May 6th of this year. An internal memo was leaked from a major PR firm, Zeno, urging their clients, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Netflix, saying, you might want to stay quiet. Not everybody agrees with you. And they remained quiet. May 9th, Vivek Ramaswamy, he announced his new financial firm. It's called Strive, to put BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street on notice. ESG does not belong in the American system. I have to tell you, when I published this book, I started talking about ESG 2 years ago. When I published this book back in January, the New York Times was still saying that it was a conspiracy theory. Just yesterday, they published a very long article about how we're conspiring to destroy the ESG system. Wait, I thought it was a conspiracy. I thought none of it was happening. If I am a New York Times reader, I am lost in this world. There's no way I could function in this world because I don't know anything about Hunter Biden, and then I do, but I don't know everything. ESG is a conspiracy theory, and yet it's not, and now I should be fighting for it. How does anyone read the New York Times anymore? How does anyone follow the media anymore? Stop reading these papers. They are filled with lies. They are propaganda pieces only. June 11th, June 11th, Nebraska became the 25th state to sever ties with the National School Board Association. June 21st, choice and freedom of religion. The Supreme Court rules that Maine's education voucher program cannot continue to exclude religious schools. Then, 2 days later, the Supreme Court files their decision in favor of gun rights, taking down New York's concealed carry. Then, 1 day after that, Roe versus Wade is overturned. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. And yet the spin continues. The Supreme Court did not say, unfortunately, like I would have liked, did not say abortion cannot happen in America. Instead, they rightfully put this back into the hands of each state. I've not seen, I don't think, since Reagan, a piece of government that has actually given their power back to the people. And who is responsible for that and all of those decisions? Donald Trump. I would like to humbly ask the American people to please look at what is happening. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe anything that comes from the stage today. Just ask yourself, which side are you on? It is becoming more and more apparent to everyone. Take politics out of it. That we are on an extraordinarily dangerous path as we look at the indoctrination of our children. I want my children to question. I want my children to read what people, I tell them all the time, if somebody tells you not to read something, you put that on first on your list. You must expand your mind. The only way we can grow is with disagreement. But that doesn't mean we have to hate each other. We just disagree with each other. But we can live together and move forward. It's the only way. And if you continue to say that you want to vaccinate my child, that you want to do things with my child, teach things to my child, change their sexuality without me knowing, I am a roadblock, and so is everyone here, and we will not sit down. Your Build Back Better climate bill. The climate bill has millions and millions of dollars in it to begin to pay farmers to not grow food. This is insanity. By the way, it's on page 536 if you'd like to look it up. It's insanity as the world is struggling all over for food and famine is coming. The American farmers should be unleashed to produce food. This is what we do. We should be opening up our oil fields and our gas fields to help not only the American people, but also to make sure that people overseas do not freeze to death this winter. We should be helping our farmers open their fields and help feed the hungry. We should not be disarming the American people while arming the Taliban. I'm telling you, there is something wrong with sending all that money to Ukraine. Something is going on. How about we send a few accountants with every dollar we send anywhere in the world? We should be de-escalating, not ramping new wars up. We should be fighting crime and putting criminals in jail, not fighting our cops. We should be enforcing our laws. Even if that is a law of gay marriage, it's the law. If it is states' abortion rights, either way, it's the law. You want to change the law, then go through the process. You want to change the Constitution, go through the process, and we'll live with the results. By the way, while we're on the law, every single person in power, out of power, that breaks our laws, no matter if they are Republican, Democrat, independent, black, white, yellow, polka dot, you need to put them in jail and leave them there for an appropriate time. The law has meaning. We used to believe in things that were self-evident. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I still do. And those were the things that brought us together. That governments were established to protect those rights. Our current administration, our current government is not protecting those rights. Their policies are leading us to disillusionment, hunger, chaos. In some parts of the world, mark my words, starvation. It's leading to powerlessness, the feeling that I cannot make it without the federal government. That is a lie. But they are making us powerless in every sense of the world. We put you who want these plans that I do, unfortunately, I cannot think of another word to explain it. You that wish to do evil upon the world, we stand against you. We stand for the Constitution. We do not stand for fascism. We are constitutional Americans, not racists, because we are the ones that believe there is forgiveness for mistakes. Each man should pay for his crime. We believe in an equal chance for everyone, no matter their color. Yes, we love our God, but unlike Marxists, we do not demand that you do. We will not participate in your death cult. You have high priests now. We will not prove our innocence to you. We will demonstrate who we are in our hearts. Christ is often depicted as a lamb. I, for one, believe we are in unique times, and I believe the lion will come soon. If you cannot handle these truths that have been time-tested, if ESG, demonizing all that we traditionally cherish, grooming our children, destroying our wealth and our will, if that is what you call progress, in the spirit of Yellowstone, I am your roadblock. God bless.